I have no shame, fear, or hatred of any Kenyan to the extent that I cannot buy tea even if you are in NASA or any other political party. So I was ready to go and pay the bill, but I think I am told someone called from the NASA leadership to castigate the members of parliament that why are they taking tea paid by Murkomen. And that is how they, by rushing to come and interrupt the press conference, they just wanted to appear as though they did not request for that tea. And it's understood. It was a good way of covering up themselves. But unfortunately, that is not the right way of doing it, because we must be responsible leaders. Shouting at each other, attempting violence, and I hope they are not here again. No.
We are here. The commandant is here now. And we are ready. We are okay.
I hope it's not sabotage. Are we okay, madam? Someone must. Okay, thank you. So, as I said, those are sideshows. The things I raised remain weighty issues. The question of one leader resorting to violence, even before a person of my stature, in the presence of live television, that someone can rush to come and interrupt your press conference and start shouting unprintables and start, they must be able to accommodate criticism. I'm not the one who announced yesterday that they were forming a movement, a rebel movement. It was them. It's not me. Yes. As a responsible citizen, I have to come out and tell Kenyans that we must move the conversation away from that kind of mentality. We came here so that we can update the country on the election process and what was going on. And we stand by our position as Jubilee, as a party that wants to unite this country. I stand fast by what I concluded in the earlier press conference to say that no citizen should give out his life for the sake of another politician. And despite the charade, the public display of pretense of fights, all of us as politicians, whether we're in parliament or outside, are of the same class and have the same relationships. What we only deal with differ, at least according to us in Jubilee, and we believe so, we differ on ideology, manifesto, and principles. And our friends yesterday started a process of engaging on disobedience, fighting the constitution and so forth, and we are saying that's not the right way to take the country. We called this press conference to update the country and tell them that it is only IEBC that has the constitutional, legal, and technical competence to talk on matters, elections, in terms of what was the turnout, in terms of where were problems in the country. And Mr. Chebukati, after he issued his statement, we wanted also to agree with him that where a group of people have caused violence, then it is necessary for the commission to postpone the elections and for Kenyans to avoid anxiety because we want to keep the country going. Number two, we regrettably note that everywhere in the country voted except 4 counties where my conclusion would be that Raila Odinga is engaging on reverse tribalism. In other words, he only managed to block voting from his community. A very serious offense. By the way, in any standard, it's a very serious offense. Unfortunately, there is a standard for every citizen in this country, and there's a standard for Raila Odinga. If that had happened in my constituency, or in the regions where Jubilee is strong, we would have been vilified, the president would have been vilified, the deputy president would have been vilified. But when you see, and I don't know what Kenyans were thinking today, when you see the pictures that came from Kisumu, Migori, Siaya, Homa Bay, where people, and Kibra, where people are wielding machetes in public, burning tires in the streets, threatening, including journalists, publicly. I think as a country, we must be able to say we cannot accept violence as an alternative to democracy. Sure. We just have to say that and agree. Sure. Number two, we must not allow a situation where young people are paid little amount of money for them to engage in violence. And let me tell you, those young people in Homa Bay, Kisumu, and all those places are suffering like any other young struggling people across the country. Sure. And we don't want politicians to take advantage of them by paying them little amount of money to try to cause violence across the country. Sure.